Hey Beer Army, welcome back to another exciting episode of Brew For You. Today we are at the new location for Grapevine Brewery, where they are serving up some delicious beers, and it is in a gorgeous facility with outdoor seating and a knockout tap room. It's gonna be so much fun today hanging out with over 1,000 fans of Grapevine. We are so lucky to be a part of it, and we can't wait for you to join in on the fun here on Brew For You. Come on.
My baby left early one morning, didn't even say goodbye. When I hear that lonesome whistle, tears fall from my eye. Number nine, took my baby down the line.
So I'm actually with Brian, who's one of the brewers here at Grapevine, and you do some amazing beers. This is actually a new beer that you've canned today. It's gonna be the Hop Fest. It's absolutely delicious, a very sessionable IPA. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, it's unlike a lot of the session IPAs out there, which are, I think they undershoot the ABV, try to get it too sessionable, and at 6.5%, this is probably about as sessionable as you want your IPA to be.
Right.
You know, if you're gonna go down after that, you might as well just get a pale ale.
Yeah. And can you tell me something about the science behind brewing here at Grapevine Brewing?
Oh, we definitely take science seriously. I have a bachelor's degree in biology. Our other brewer, Tyler, you might have met him earlier. He was on the brew house. He has a PhD from Cornell.
Wow.
So yeah, we definitely take our science seriously here.
Yes. And you guys are doing some really awesome beers. And you guys are actually doing a firkin today, which is going to be really great.
Yeah, with 2 firkins. Well, I think the other one might be tomorrow.
Yeah. One thing that I think is really, really cool is that you guys are actually bringing beer to this Grapevine community. You guys have actually been away from this location, and today you're debuting here. How does that feel?
Oh, it's great. Well, the best thing is air conditioning. The other place, it was just like an open warehouse. It's today's what, 100 degrees outside almost.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
Yeah, and I just moved here from Alaska last year. You know, living there for 12 years, and I don't like the Dallas summer at all. So this is a lot better, especially when you're pumping 50-pound bags of grain up into the mill.
Sure.
Yeah, this is a lot better. The tap room is a wonderful addition as well. We didn't have a tap room at the old location, so what this actually allows us to do, and we actually have an example on tap today, is like we can do a test batch or a small batch of the particular style. We may not be sure what the market impact might be, so we can put it on tap here, see what the customers think of it, and if it does really well, that might be the next big thing for us.
I appreciate you talking to me and telling me all about your delicious beer here. Thank you so much for giving me a toast, and cheers to you, cheers to Grapevine and your big grand opening today. This is really exciting.
Thank you.
Get drafted. Who's the awesome owner here at Grapevine Brewing, which is amazing. And you guys are doing some awesome beer. Today is a big day for you. You guys are opening your facility here in Grapevine, Texas, which is super exciting.
First time.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How do you feel about that?
Great. I mean, this has been 3 years in the making.
Longer than that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows we had our whole Farmers Branch then, and Plan B, actually like Plan F, and so being here now is great. This was always supposed to be the intention, this piece of property, this building, and so it's really cool. All of our supporters are here. I mean, this community's been waiting a long time, and so it's pumped up.
It's really exciting.
Yeah.
So we're super impressed by you guys, and this facility is absolutely gorgeous. You guys actually got donations from the people of Grapevine, raised about $60,000.
We did, just under 62. There's a couple of cool things about that. One is we were the second brewery in the United States to raise more than $60,000 online. And okay, whatever. But the coolest thing about that is that 95% of what we raised came from Grapevine. It came from people that live here.
Yeah.
And that's the piece that continues to blow me away. We love this community, and they have. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Well, and they need a brewery. They need an awesome brewery that
got enough wine.
Yeah.
And beer.
Oh, sure. We need beer in this area, and it's really cool that you guys are doing that. And I know it's been a long time coming. People have been waiting for you guys, which is really cool. One final question for you. Do you think that beer is becoming more and more creative by the day? And how do you think Grapevine is being influenced by the community? How do you guys think that you guys are being influenced by the other beers around the city? And what sets you guys really apart from some of the other breweries in the area?
I do think beer is getting more creative. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you drink anything from Grapevine Craft Brewery, you know that we tend to be more approachable and sessionable, and that's where we like to stick. I mean, our idea is we're very community focused, and what that means is we want to be where you are. We want our beer to be in your cooler. We want it to be outside when you're barbecuing with your friends and your family. And that's why we brew our beers. So everything we do tends to be really sessional and approachable. But we are being challenged, and we want to do some creative things. So, you know, there's a lot of barrel aging going on around here. So one of the things we actually are going to be doing, in fact, it's cool, one of the local wineries walked in here 2 days ago, and they're emptying, because we have 10 wineries here in Grapevine. They're emptying.
Insanity.
Yeah. They're emptying their Zinfandel barrels, and they've got these 60-gallon French oak barrels, and so we're taking 8 of them, and we're going to start, you know, barrel aging some beer and some local wine barrels from a winery right here in Grapevine, just off of Main Street.
Supporting local, you guys are doing that.
Totally. So
really
so that's some things that we're gonna play around with and do here.
Woo, well, this was great. We actually learned a lot. You're totally awesome, and thank you guys so much for letting us come out and be able to interview you.
So much for coming. We are honored. Crazy awesome.
We love it. You know, we just have the best time hanging out with breweries and, you know, hanging out with you guys. So this was perfect. Well, if you could do me a toast, do a cheers. Get drafted.
Please, little daughter, won't you come back home? 'Cause I'm a fool in love, and I still love you. 'Cause I'm a fool in love, and I still love you. 'Cause I'm a fool in love, and I still love you.
So before you can drink a delicious can of beer, you gotta can it.
Absolutely.
I mean, that sounds really, 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 really like dumb, but it's so true.
Got a package?
Got a package. That's right. So you're gonna tell us how this all works with your canning machine, which is actually a first generation from Canada.
The very only one in existence from a Canadian company built in this. We have the very first one. And basically, walking you through the process, we start over here, load in a bunch of empty cans like this with the lips, you know, turned up, come down on this conveyor belt across the air hockey table, as we call it, go straight in there, get a quick little rinse with some sanitizer solution. We use a chlorine dioxide solution. Then that goes into our filler, which puts in just the right amount of beer. You don't want to overfill it or underfill it. And yes, we do check to make sure. It goes around, then goes on the seamer, which then drops the lid on, which folds this over, wraps it up under, and then forms the seal on your can.
Nice.
Yeah, so we ought to check a lot of things. We like to check seam width and seam height to make sure that we're getting consistent seaming, so you don't have a can that just like comes undone or is too tight and won't open or just causes leaks.
How does the amount of CO2 in a can play into why that would be applicable?
Right, so we weigh them because that's a good comparison to how much of actual volume of beer you put in there. And if you have too much headspace, you're gonna have oxidized beer. Even with a CO2 environment, there's gonna be some air in there that's gonna oxidize the beer, make it taste kind of rubbery and funky. And if you have too much beer in there, you're gonna have, it's an overfilled, kind of waste the product a little bit, plus you're more likely to have it just pop out and spill everywhere.
All over everything. You want to make a mess of things.
You want a nice, you know, crisp pop and
We're trying
drink.
to not embarrass a guy when he's around a really cute girl, right?
Of course, no, and there's very stringent standards for that.
Sure, of course. And then you guys, it comes around, you guys can actually do about
65 cans a minute at top speed. But we usually run at about 1 can a second. And that's pretty dang fast because it's got to come out
really fast,
taken off, put into case trays, pack tech, 6-pack tops, snapped on.
You were just cranking out the beer in an hour.
Last week on Thursday, we canned 28,000 beers in one day.
What?
And that requires every one of them to be put into a case with the taps and then labeled for date, stacked onto a pallet, 12 rows high, so 120 cases per pallet.
Insanity.
We did it was pushing 10 pallets of beer last week.
Insanity. You guys actually definitely canned your Pop Fest today.
Yes, that was just yesterday. We finished all of our canning on that, and that was a relatively short run, only about 1,000 gallons or so.
Sure, yeah, and that's your newest beer, which is awesome.
Yes,
so people are going to be able to try that today, which is exciting.
Grand opening, Hop Fest launch. We have some also held back beers like our dry hop lake fire, some other fun ones. But yes, I'm really excited about the Hop Fest.
Nice. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Well.
I'm sorry, this is that's an empty can of beer,
But I'll
unfortunately
pretend.
for you.
We can pretend.
I love you so, and let them know by the ring around your neck. And let them know by the ring around your neck. And let them know by the ring around your neck.
So I am with the fabulous Jeff, who is in charge of canning and kegging here at Grapevine. And we got the big keg wall right here that we're talking in front of.
These happen to be empty kegs, which we are furiously trying to fill so you guys can have all the ice cold Grapevine craft brewery beers you want, including our brand new IPA Hop Fest, which we canned this yesterday. So this, if you can't get fresher beer than this, so cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh, yes, delicious. And how long does the process take of canning your beers? Because I see you guys have the line right here, you know, what do you do? How do you help?
Well, it's actually a whole lot of fun. And the one missing element from this canning line that you see behind us right here are volunteers. Because volunteers is kind of the lifeblood of when we do a canning project like that. So we load the cans up on that conveyor belt, we start the canning line, we crank the music up, and then literally it's people that just love craft beer that come out and volunteer to help us can the beer. Now the one actual real benefit to it is they can pull one right off the line and enjoy it as they go.
And have it and drink it right away.
Right there, but we have a lot of fun, so if anybody is interested in volunteering, Heather is the manager of our tap room, who I think you have already spoken with.
Shameless plugs.
Shameless plug, sorry. It is what I do.
Yeah, of course.
But anybody that does want to volunteer, they can just come up here and talk to Heather, and it's a lot of fun.
So you guys are doing your big grand opening today for the new location of Grapevine Brewing. This is so exciting.
You know,
how do you feel?
I'm really kind of on cloud nine. I mean, this has been a long time coming. We've been in business for 1.5 years now, and we were at our temporary location in Grand Prairie, always dreaming about this space that you guys have seen, and I'm assuming that you've already toured today.
Oh, yeah.
And so getting this tap room open has been just a long time coming. It's been a labor of love. This was a vision that Gary had from the very beginning, that there would be a place that's 1 block from historic downtown Grapevine, that people that are there shopping or at any time could just walk down here, have a beer, sit in probably the best tap room beer garden in all of Northeast Tarrant County. That was, by the way, another shameless plug. If you want to just keep track of them, that's 2. I think 5 is probably the most I'll get into.
We'll have a count at the end.
Did I mention that we have 5 year-round beers?
Oh, there you go. That's another one. Delicious, and they are delicious.
They really are, and our beers are brewed to be enjoyed. You know, our brewing philosophy is just to provide beers that are really true to the style that people can enjoy, and that's what we try to do.
Well, that was number 5, so I think it's time that we cut you off.
Okay. Well, before I go, I mean, you got to have a koozie, and what I love about this is it says God made man, man made beer. Texans made it better.
And they sure did. I'm lucky to be from this awesome state.
As am I. So.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having us out. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us today.
Oh my God! What could be better than this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beer and good fun and good friends and food trucks and.
Beer
I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Thank you. We love to having you guys here.
Get drafted.
Well, devil got my pig and it's spitting in his eye. He used to come around here till my cow went dry. Well, my hens won't lay and my ducks won't quack. Since you brought the devil, well, my chickens shack. Yeah, you and the devil make a hell of a pair. Make me jump out my lawn away. Devil was a laughing, but I ain't afraid.
Hey Beer Army, we are with Heather, who is in charge of the tap room here in Grapevine, Texas, and we're about to have an incredible flight of some of your amazing beers.
Yes.
So let's give it a go.
All right, so this first one is our Saison de Festival. It's
Okay.
our Belgian Saison. It's part of our Bonnie Blue series, so it's only seasonal.
Wow. Yum, so good.
Isn't this good?
Yeah.
So this is our 2015. We also have a 2014 vintage that we sell by the bottle.
This one is incredible. It's definitely got a lot of citrus. Definitely, there's some sweet, sort of light fruit notes in there, which is really awesome. Definitely a little bit floral and awesome for the summer. It's just a perfect summer beer.
And everybody has been buying it like crazy.
Yes.
Sitting outside on the patio, drinking some saison.
It is just delicious. Okay, what do we got next?
Okay, the next one is our brand new United IPA Hop Fest. We have been going through kegs of this like crazy. We just kegged it on Tuesday, and we just canned it yesterday.
Awesome. So, delicious. So people, oh, that is so good.
Isn't it?
It's a very sessionable IPA.
Yes.
It's really light. It's a really nice beer for, people that maybe are new to, pine, grapefruit, those, sort of bolder notes that are characteristic of an IPA. So this is delicious.
And we try to have all of our beers be sessionable. We don't want you to have to drink one and be too toasted to drink another one. So we try and keep them down in the ABV. And this one actually was made because all of our clients were like, we want hoppy, your rye pale ale isn't hoppy enough, we want an IPA. So
right.
This is the child of that.
This is just fabulous, super crisp.
It's definitely my favorite now.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so good. All right, what do you got next?
All right, this is our #1 beer. This is what we started off with. This is our Lakefire Rye Pale Ale.
And you can definitely tell by the color, this is a rye because it's a little bit more cloudy than, say, a lot of the other pale ales are, which is, really sort of distinctive of that.
It's a little bit sweeter when you smell it.
So good. Another
beer. That hoppiness is different. And they wanted that kick on that hop fest that they just weren't getting from the Lakefire.
Right, and I can totally understand that. America is known for having really bold, brazen, super just in your face sort of IPAs and beers.
Right.
And so people want what they want. And we're in Texas,
and
man.
We gave it to them. Yeah.
Bolder, bigger, better. Really, really, really good stuff. All right, and then last, you have your Sir Williams, which is your brown ale.
Sir Williams. So last year at Best Little Brew Fest, we won Best in Show with Sir Williams. And then we went on to Great American Beer Fest in Colorado and won gold with it.
Wow.
So it is one of our best-selling beers, and it is the tastiest. Get some coffee, some chocolate.
Oh, yes, and it's such a perfect example of that, like English style brown ale. Definitely roasty, toasty, has notes of, that kind of burnt coffee, maybe a little bit of, just like I said, chocolate.
Yeah.
And another one that's really, really light in body, super sessionable, perfect for this weather. A lot of people, I think, maybe get a little scared.
They get so nervous. They're like, it's going to be too heavy. It's going to be, it's going to fill me up too fast. And just try it.
Yes.
Just try it. That's always my goal.
And that's what I always really try to encourage with people that maybe haven't tried beers that have those sort of notes in it, is that, you can tell by the color alone, this is definitely crystal clear through the inside, super, super light. It's not going to be comparable to an Imperial Stout.
Right.
And definitely it's a very, very easy drinking beer. So Heather, obviously it's really cool that you are a female in this male-dominated industry of craft beer. How does that feel to you?
It feels pretty awesome. I never thought that I would be working at a brewery. I actually have a background in psychology, and I decided one day that I was going to come volunteer here. And it just led up to making a family. These guys are great, and you know, I definitely recommend it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes. I mean, it's such an honor to be able to represent the female community in this amazing place that you guys have built today. This is your grand opening for your new facility. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And you must be so proud.
I'm so very proud. We have worked so hard to get here. You know, we had to rent out space in Farmers Branch and brew out of a warehouse for 1.5 years, and we're finally here in our namesake Grapevine, and we're so excited, and the community is 110% behind us.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Heather.
Thank you for interviewing me.
Yes.
This is awesome.
Well, I'd love to do a toast.
All right. Our saison.
Yes. Get drafted. What an awesome day for us at Brew For You. We got to hang out with the amazing crew here at Grapevine Brewing. They have opened up an incredible tap room and they cannot wait for you to stop by. They're actually open every single day, which is really cool for the community of Grapevine and around Dallas-Fort Worth. It's been a lot of fun here, and they've got some really amazing beers that are all easy to drink and great for this Texas heat. We can't wait to see you next time here on Brew For You.
Perfect world. Now I'm sitting here looking at that big old moon, staring at the window of my motel room. Ever since we parted, nothing's been the same. I'm missing you so bad, it's a crying shame. You were my heaven, I must confess. Those were the days I loved the best. Oh baby, when you used to be my girl.
Can't see.
But you and me will live on in a perfect world.
I can't see. I can't see. I can't see.